I haven't heard you utter those words in a long time. I've always heard you say, some cookware is induction cooktop compatible. This is an induction cooktop with a 10-inch everyday pan that is non-stick on the inside, but induction compatible on this bottom. This is Chef Rochelle Palermo. She is from Good Housekeeping. Yeah, that Good Housekeeping, the same one that made the magazine all those years ago.
That's right.
The seal of approval, which this wears, that dates back to 1909.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was going to say 7. So that was where my feeble memory is. This is what it's all about. Chef, you and I presented this on QVC too, and it was wildly popular.
Yeah, very popular.
We have 2 colors remaining. We have the chili, which is the red color, and we have the Earl Grey, which is the gray color. But tell us about, and we have 500 in each. Tell us about induction cooking.
Well, I love induction cooking because there's 3 things about it that you must know and you must love. One is it's faster, it's safer, and it's more energy efficient. I think we can all get behind those kind of principles, right? And what do I mean by that? Well, what I mean by that is with induction cooking, all the heat is centered to the pan. So when that heat comes out of your cooker, it's not cooking and heating up your entire cooktop. No, it's cooking and heating just the pan itself. So I can put my hand on the sides here and it's not hot because all that energy is going directly into the pan. So that's a very efficient way of using your heat.
Also, Chef, this is a very easy to use control panel, wouldn't you say?
Definitely it is. And so what you have here is, honestly, you have the different modes. You've got power level, plate temp, probe temp, and a sous vide. When you first turn it on, it's going to go to your power level. That's your default mode. That's your basic mode, and you're going to see your power level here. And this is just like turning on your gas on your stove, right? That's your power level. Now, what's great about that is then I can then go, when I want to change it around, I can go, okay, you know what, I want to stop that. I want to actually change it, and I want to go to a plate temp mode. Now, the plate temp mode, as you notice, will not only illuminate your power level, but it will also show you the exact temperature. And what I love about that is you can bump that all the way down to a very low temperature if you want it
warm.
Yeah, I'm going to show you more about that. But I wanted to show you those 4 modes right off of the bat. So now I could take something, and I say, you know, we do 1,800 watts of power with this, right? And what's great about that is I say that if your cooker, your burner can't steam, sizzle, and sear, then it's not going to be hot enough. It's not going to be strong enough. So what this one does, this is 1,800 watts of power, and all that power is directed directly into here. And by the way, you saw me just wipe out that pan, David?
Yeah.
That is the nonstick, that's a Reliapan nonstick that's proprietary only to Good Housekeeping. It's 5 layers. And so all your oh, that looks great. All your cooking can just come right out, and that's a wonderful, wonderful nonstick pan that we give you because it's compatible.
People always say, why do you cut scallions on the bias, meaning sideways?
Yeah.
Because they look prettier.
Yeah.
And that's what, and Chef, if you'll forgive me for stepping in front of you.
No, go
this
right
is
ahead.
the chili, and it comes with the chili-colored 10-inch burner with the stainless steel plate on the bottom. That's what makes it induction compatible.
Yep.
This is the Earl Grey, and it also comes with a probe. Now, the probe will plug into the side of the cooker and help you cook things to perfect temperature. If purchased separately, this would be $172.72. We're $149 and change. And your shipping and handling is not $14.22, Chef. Your shipping and handling is free.
Right. Oh, wow.
Free
That's
shipping.
great.
So this works out
That's
so
fantastic.
nicely. And Chef, you've got a half a pan here.
Yes, I do.
And I would love for you to help illustrate that whole idea that the energy is going only to the pan, not to the burner.
Great, I love that idea. So first of all, I have my pan. First of all, it's not going to turn on. That's one of the safety features unless you have a pan on there. So if you're worried like, oh gosh, you know, did I leave that burner on? It's not even going to turn on if you don't have a pan on there. Mind you, if a pan gets too hot and it's empty, you've left something on the burner, it's going to turn off. So there's those 2 safety features.
Great.
Plus you don't have the flames. So that's what I mean when I say safer. All those safety features right in there. But let me show you also about this. So what I can do is I'm going to go all the way up. Basically, that's right on my default mode. I'm going to pump all the temperature up. It's all the way up to high, right?
Right.
I've got my pan here. First it was cold, now it's going to be hot. You'll see what I'm going to do is take a piece of cheese, just a plain old piece of cheese, and I'm going to lay it right over that burner. Because what's going to happen is, like I was telling you earlier, all that heat is going to be directed right into this pan. It's not going to kind of come over to this side of the cooker. So I can literally put my hand on that side of that burner and my hand's not going to burn because the heat's not going to that. The heat wants to only go to the pan itself. So that's what I mean about efficiency in your heat and energy.
And look what's
only to
happening
one pan.
here. The cheese is beginning to melt on the pan side.
Yeah.
And it's staying nice and, oh wait, excuse me.
Yeah, hello.
How you doing?
Isn't that wonderful?
I've got my bare hand on the burner.
Yeah.
It's not burning me, it's stone cold.
Exactly.
Hot here, cold here. That's why this cheese is untouched and
That's right.
unmelted.
That's right.
This side is beginning to, well, quite honestly burn.
Yeah, it is.
I've got cheese
Ooh, look at that.
inside a tortilla, and we'll do that again so you can see what's happening. I just don't want that to burn.
Thank you.
So let's pop some cheese into this burner.
Yeah.
And this is taco cheese.
This is taco cheese, so it's got a little seasoning in it, little jack cheese and whatnot, and so
some taco seasoning.
And some taco seasoning. And what I love about it is I wanted to show you this because I wanted to show you how efficient that heat is. That's going to heat and melt that cheese right away. But I also want to show you about this nonstick pan because I could put this tortilla. This is what I call my quickest ever quesadilla in the world. I could put the cheese directly in the pan. You can't do that with any other pan. You could put the cheese directly in that. Put the tortilla on top of that. How about that? Lift it up, and now you've got a quesadilla that's ready to go, and you've got all that yummy cheese in there.
Can we also look at this cheese again? Look at what Chef did here. The cheese is touching the pan is now burning.
Yeah.
The cheese that is not touching the pan is unmelted.
Yeah.
And Chef has her hand on this burner.
Yeah.
A sweet little hand. Look at that. I'll put my fingers here
go
as
for
well.
it. Yeah, isn't that
not
great?
burning me.
No.
I'm not touching that pan because that pan is a fire engine.
It is
right?
hot. It
but
is
not
hot.
right here.
And not the handles either, though, because that's what we do. We make sure those handles don't get hot. But
Now,
yeah, even that cheese is melted in
For
burnt. Look
people
at that.
who are wondering, yes, it's the same Good Housekeeping.
Yeah.
The masthead may have changed over the years.
Yeah.
How long does, or how far back does the magazine date?
Oh, it's over 1909. I mean,
1909. So look at that. It's this Good Housekeeping magazine. I visited Good Housekeeping in New York.
Yeah.
They're full of journalists and chemists and researchers and chefs. Researchers. And chefs.
Engineers,
and home
PhDs.
cooks and PhDs. And they're all under one roof,
That's
all
right.
bumping into each other, eating the same food in the cafeteria.
Yep.
And
Sure.
they're testing products.
Yep.
And since 1909, companies have been reapplying annually to get the Good Housekeeping
That's
seal
right.
reapproved.
That's
Just
right.
because you won it one year doesn't mean you get it the next.
That's right. Exactly.
You have to keep earning it.
You sure do. You sure do.
And
you sure do.
this induction cooktop comes with
at that.
the induction compatible burner. If you're wondering if your cookware works, just simply take a refrigerator magnet.
Yep. Any magnet.
Pop it on the bottom of your cookware. If
Yep.
it sticks, it's induction cooktop compatible.
That's right.
This enamel cast iron is.
Yeah.
So anything that you've got that you're wondering, just make sure a refrigerator magnet will stick to it and you're good to go.
Right.
Chef Rochelle Palermo, a
Thanks for giving me the
pleasure to
probe.
have you back, Angel.
Thanks for
And don't
having
forget
me.
about that probe. That probe is also going to help you with meatballs and
Yes.
cuts of meat and
Takes
sous
the
vide
exact
cooking.
temperature. Yep, it
all
gets the
those
exact temperature. Exactly.
things. Look at you.
Look at that. How
honey.
yummy, yummy, yummy.
And Swedish meatballs.
Yeah, there you go.
Caramelized onions and deliciousness. That's
Yeah.
great.
Thank you.
Chef, it's always a pleasure.
Thank you for
Nice to
having
have you
me.
back. Nice to
Thank
see you. Stay on the line for our induction cooktop. Right now, though, how do you